Hi, my name is Sadie. I'm the team leader of training and education here at Senior Marketing Specialist. And today I'm going to be talking about how to make your seminars and events profitable. Seminar and events are a really hot topic right now in our industry, and that's for good reason. They do take a little bit of practice, but whenever you really get into it, you are able to be face to face with a lot of people. You cast a wide net. You're able to talk to caretakers, prospects, as well as current clients. So they can be really, really great for your business. But at the end of the day, there has to be good return of investment, or ROI. And whenever it comes to seminars and events, ROI really comes down to your call to action. So we're going to split this up into kind of two different sections, mainly focusing on the second section. First section are all CMS events. The second section is going to be non-CMS events. So let's get into it. So CMS events are going to be any event, seminar, kiosk, or booth where you are planning on talking about Part C or Part D in any capacity. So of course, that's going to include any registered sales events. You register because you are planning on talking about benefit or carrier specifics, but it can also include events where they're not registered, but you're still talking about the generalizations of Part C and Part D. So think like a Medicare 101. So with CMS events, the call to action is a bit more clear because you are able to take information. Generally, you're able to take more information from the people who are attending your event or at your booth. So depending on the event, you can take scope of appointments, set appointments, you're able to take applications, all that sorts of stuff. So the ROI is a little bit easier to see with those events. But one thing I will say is you have to strike while the iron is hot. So afterwards, if you're planning on following up with people, you have to make sure that you do it quickly because it's still top of mind for them. It's top of heart for them. They really care about it. They were just there. Again, it's top of mind. So strike while the iron's hot, call them soon. Don't wait a month. And that's how you will see a good return of investment with CMS events. So non-CMS events, these are going to be events where you're not talking about Part C or Part D in any capacity. So that could be a seminar, like talking about Medicare and diabetes, how they work together. Or it could be a kiosk or a booth where you're simply there to meet people, show your face, show your brand at your local fair or something like that. You're not talking products or anything like that. You're just meeting people. Or it can be a client retention event where you're having a barbecue for your clients from all over the years and their families. It doesn't matter what it is. Non-CMS events are going to be any event where you're not talking about Part C or Part D. Now, these are a little less obvious on what your call to action can be for these or your return of investment because you aren't directly taking applications. You aren't able to take permission to contact forms. You aren't able to take any of those sort of contact forms. So let's talk about how you can make these profitable. So the first thing I will say is focus on what you can do versus what you can't do. So what you can do at these events, there's nothing stopping you from talking ancillary products. If you're really passionate, like our office, about cancer insurance, talk about cancer insurance. See what you can do in those conversations whenever you are at non-CMS events. Anything like that. If you're really into annuities right now, you're getting into annuities, talk to your clients about that. There's nothing stopping you from discussing ancillary products. Now, secondly, this is going to be a long-term investment. So this sort of call to action isn't really a call to action. This ROI is going to be a long-term thing, which I know is not as satisfying. We work in a business where we get leads constantly, where we're trying to get another application today. But sometimes we forget that we have to invest in the long term. And that's going to be things like client retention events and getting your brand out there consistently. For example, at one point, Coca-Cola wasn't a household name, but they stayed in front of us long enough, consistently enough, that now the entire South calls all of soda Coke. So it is a household name. Keep that in mind, that you have to pay attention to the things that keep your doors open, not just in 10 days, but in 10 years. And that's going to be events like this. If you have any questions regarding what you learned in this video, but also anything regarding seminars events, whether the compliance about it or how to get into it, please give our office a call at 800-689-2800, and Senior Marketing Specialist would be happy to help you.